do I love about track and field? I mean, everything. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm really a track and field fan, first. So, I love just being around greatness and pulling inspiration from people doing great things in their own events. And I, just try to hold up my end of the bargain and work hard and try to go out there and compete with the best and put down good times too. So it's exciting. I mean, it's going pretty well. I think training is going as good as I feel like it could have. I don't know, had some few injuries and setbacks. Nothing too crazy, but I feel like the past few weeks I felt pretty good. And I feel like sprinting is just all about finding your rhythm and just building momentum. Getting better week after week. And so I feel pretty good. Where I'm at, considering all things, I feel like my body just kind of had to adjust to sprinting often and pretty much every day, and then recovering from that and coming back in and sprinting week after week. Biggest thing for me is sometimes my Achilles will bother me, so just trying to put together a plan for that, massage wise, chiropractor, getting treatment and things of that nature. Just to try to strengthen my ankle and make sure my Achilles and calf is doing all right. So like I said, the past few weeks I felt pretty good, and I feel like now is definitely back to 100%. And so now I feel like it's just about being consistent and continuing to gain momentum and springboarding into the outdoors, and so I'm pretty excited about it. I have a pretty big support system, and I feel like I've been very blessed, and I'm definitely grateful, for the amount of people that are in my corner, and amount of genuine people that I have that are willing to help me. And it's a lot of moving parts, and I feel like I know a part of being a professional is carrying yourself like a business. My business is taking care of my body and making sure I'm in optimal shape. And so I have people in my corner that have been helping me, and I feel like me going out there and competing is I'm representing a lot of people, and so that's motivation in itself, and so it's super exciting, man. And I mean, I don't know, it's a lot of moving parts, but that's part of the job, to be able to take care of yourself so that you can be at your best. It takes a little while, honestly, because when I first turned pro, that was right after my junior season, but I hadn't even I hadn't graduated yet, so I was still training in Tennessee, my first year as a professional, and I was still living a college lifestyle, around my college friends. I'm still in class. I came back from the World Championships, and I had to go to class and things like that. So I feel like it took a little while for me to get away from the college environment. Now I'm a little bit older than the college guys, and so your mindset kind of changes, and you just get more and more comfortable with just learning how to be a professional and a professional sprinter at that, and learning the different nuances of your technique, and focusing on the little things and attacking the things off the track just as much as I do pushing my body on the track. And so I feel like it takes a little while to mature and grow into your own in terms of learning how to be a professional and like you said, carrying yourself like a business. But I feel like I've got it down to as well as I can now. I feel like I'm constantly still learning, but I like where I'm at now, and I feel like year after year you just kind of fine tune, just like any CEO would, and to just continue to try to get better. So I feel like I definitely have to grow up quick. I was 21 at the World Championships, and you just get kind of pushed out, and kind of expected to sink or swim, and you got to just try to learn on the fly and just continue to get more and more mature, as you're on the job. And I feel like track and field is so individualized that like you don't necessarily like get drafted to like a team to where like you're like relying on your veterans to like help you out in certain aspects. You definitely have like your OGs in the sport who you can kind of call on for advice and certain things like that. But it's like we all competing for the same medal, so it's not like they gonna like help you to like necessarily be better than them, or what I'm saying. It's competitive and it's individualized, so it's not necessarily like a team. And so you kind of just gotta figure it out as you go on the fly and just get better and better at it. And I feel like just like in any industry, like the cream always rise to the top. And so yeah, I feel like I still have a lot to learn, honestly, but I feel like I got a good handle on it right now, and still just continue to get better at it. So, but it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, the position I'm in. For sure. I feel like the only way to get better, at being a professional in anything is to like, actually like do it and like, get that experience. And so I feel like having a little time off, like coming back into it is like, you don't know like, what you don't know in terms of like how your body's gonna respond and things like that. So I feel like kind of similar things like with this, off season, like, sprinting, every day and getting back and trying to like build that momentum and, and finding my race pattern, and kind of like finding my rhythm, that sort of thing. And then also just like not running like with a lot of like pressure, like, on myself. Like obviously I'm my biggest critic, so I feel like I have a lot of expectations like for like what I want to do, like for myself. But I feel like it was just I feel like a lot of weight on my shoulders last year, and yeah, I feel like I kind of just like after the World Championships, it was just like, well, I didn't perform exactly how I wanted to. You fine tune and you just look forward to next year and get better. But it was also just kind of like a sigh of relief. It's like, what, like I just have to, move on, like get better, and yeah, I mean, like, it was just kind of like a weight lifted off my shoulders to where it's like just not as much pressure, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in a better like mental spot now, and I feel like it's coming into this season, and especially this off season too, like I feel like I'm having like a little bit more fun with it, and so I'm excited about this upcoming season for sure. Yeah, just to having that weight off my shoulders and continue to just like build momentum. Like I feel a lot better, like physically and mentally, like than I did last year. So I'm really excited about what I can do. I mean, what do I love about track and field? I mean, everything. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm really a track and field like fan. Like first, I started running track when I was 5 years old, and so like I've been doing it like every year since then. Like I play other sports too, but like I wasn't just one of the guys who like played football and then just like ran track to get better. Like I was a real like track athlete, and so I've been doing it for a really long time. And then I feel like it's just afforded me a lot of blessings. And I feel like the best thing is being able to like travel around the world, honestly, and getting paid to do it. A lot of other sports, they're very domestic. But track and field, we get an opportunity to like travel around and like just see different things, like meet different people, experience different cultures, and just have like certain experiences that are one in a million, man. And I don't know. I feel like track and field is also like it's sport and competitiveness, like in its purest form. It's mano a mano. It's not subjective. It's like time is what it is, and it's the first one to the line. And so I love that aspect of it, and I feel like it doesn't get any bigger than like a world championship or an Olympics. And so having that on the horizon and being able to work towards that, it's a gratifying feeling to make it and check off those goals. And so I don't know, I'm a track and field enthusiast, man. I love just being around greatness and pulling inspiration from people doing great things in their own events. And I just try to hold up my end of the bargain and work hard and try to go out there and compete with the best and put down good times too. So it's exciting.